The local made rice is about 6,000 naira, 9,000 naira, 10,000 naira. That is due to several issues. Number one, the high cost of credit. Number one, we have infrastructure problems, pest infestation problems, lack of storage facilities. So all that is contributing to the high price of rice now. So all those issues need to be addressed.
I've seen on Twitter in the last couple of days when you have government officials, Nigerian government officials, say, look, we've produced X, Y amount of millions of metric tons of rice. Folks are saying, show me the rice. If we have so much production, if we have produced so much local rice, and we have imported, how come the prices are still high?
Well, it's true that production has increased significantly. The government, especially through government intervention,
where is this rice?
It has increased. Like, for example, I think production has increased by over 70%. Is from our figures, we produced about 7 million metric tons in 2016, and the demand for rice is slightly above that figure. And target is to produce 8 million metric tons, which would achieve self-sufficiency in domestic production. And through government interventions...
Will 8 million be enough? 8 million metric tons? Will it even be enough? 10 million?
Because of our fast-growing population.
Our appetite for rice
is
extremely high.
It's extremely high. By 2030, our population is set to increase to, let's say, 280 million.
We just have appetite for rice.
So
that's it, isn't it?
Yes.
We could eat this 3 times a day. Some folks, any day, anytime.
Is morning, afternoon.
So 10 million metric tons, even if we do 10 million metric tons, where do these 10 million go? If that is the case, 10 million metric tons of rice for 180 million people who want to eat rice minimum of once a day, 365 days a year, that's a lot.
That is a lot. And the demand for rice is only going to increase as we move on, as our population increases. So one, the hope is that our rice production will continue to increase, but also it also means that our importation, we'll have to import more rice as we go on. But there are also I've noticed some changing trends among consumers. Number one, consumers rather prefer, let's say, noodles, a substitute like Indomie noodles, because number one, it's easier to cook. Spaghetti is easier to cook. And also, we're seeing this generational trend. The younger generation rather prefer noodles than rice. So that's
spaghetti?
Exactly, yes. So that might affect the demand for rice as we are going.
But we still have so much. Our neighbors to the west are bringing in rice and offloading it at their own seaport and looking at our consumption in Nigeria to do business from Nigeria. And you can see, well, if I may use the frustration of the vice president when he spoke, and I've read that statement over and over the last 4 weeks, when he spoke about what the Nigerian government is trying to do to stem this smuggling and close the border. He said they've had discussions with the neighbors and said, look, don't make Nigeria a dumping ground for this rice. It's obvious they are not listening yet. So we raise duties, isn't it?
That is an option, and strengthen our border control, try and quell those smuggling issues.
But our neighbors they lower their own tax, their duty.
That is the
and they cut us in the game.
That is the tits for tat. If we increase our duties, they would lower their duties. So it's like an unending cycle. But what can we do?
A vicious cycle. Now we've got to do something. But what can we do about rice smuggling?
I think, like I said, I think we'd have to strengthen our border controls, put security forces in that to actually impose strict punishment for rice smuggling. I think the government said if you're caught smuggling rice, you would be arrested and be taken to jail, be slapped with a heavy fine. So with all those punishments, I think that should discourage smuggling. So that needs to be
it hasn't discouraged anyone.
I think
it hasn't discouraged those in the business.
With enforcement, people use that scapegoats, that would discourage.
Now, if we have so much smuggled rice into Nigeria, there are more than scapegoats there. There are a lot of goats that that are escaping, that are being made scapegoats.
Yes.
Because it looks like a very delicate. But look at what we're doing here. If you look at the number of states that producing states in Nigeria and what we can do in terms of job creation, in terms of bringing up lower rice prices. This is a one-year high for price of a bag of rice, 22,000. 1 year low, 13,500. This is unsustainably high.
It is really, but that is the imported bag of rice, like let's say the Stallion bag, Capres, those kind of brands. And the price of rice has slightly increased in the last couple of weeks, and that's expected because of rice is a common gift, is a celebratory purchase at this time of the year. So that is where the price of rice has inched up slightly. I think that is the only commodity that has increased so far among the commodities we track. So, but the hope is that next year, as we continue to boost production, price would drop.
Technically, there is not going to be single-digit price for a bag of rice in 2017.
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately not. So the 9,000 naira per 50 kg bag that the Minister of Agriculture spoke about is not likely. Whether smuggled, imported, local, whatever, it doesn't look feasible.
It doesn't look feasible.
Not even the lake rice?
We have 7. I think the lake rice, I think that's the cheapest option. I think that should go for 9,000, 9,500 naira for a 50 kg bag.
But folks are cutting that into 2 and selling half for 7.
Yes.
So if I do a simple math, that'd be about 14.
Yes.
So that takes us back to look like the market price of 15, really, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
That's not so good news. But let's compare notes as we go into the holidays and see if there's anything about this rice that we know or that I know and we can share notes about.
Thank you
and
very
maybe
much,
we can share some rice at the table. If I'm invited, do have enjoy your holiday.
Thank you very much.
Ajimo Kwesa from Financial Derivatives Company. We have some unfinished business in 2017, and one of it is jobs, and more jobs in 2018. Let's discuss that after the break.